Hello student, as the continuation of the video lecture, this is the second part of that tissue chapter of class 9. So I suggest you to first go through the first video, okay, and let I just this video, okay. So in this video, the second one is what? That's simple, that is supportive permanent tissue. Supportive permanent tissue. In supportive permanent tissue, to that table or branch, we already discussed about that supportive permanent tissue are of three types, that is PCS, that is parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Okay, so the first point, the first one, that is called as parenchyma. Parenchyma. Okay. Okay, the first tissue is parenchyma. Okay, now listen very carefully. The word parenchyma, the first thing is just always in your mind, it is a type of simple permanent tissue. In that simple permanent tissue, it was a supportive permanent tissue. So simply it was made up of similar type of cell. Okay, the first thing come in your mind, that is their name. Para is equal to that besides. Okay, and enchyma is equal to infusion or tissue, and the tissue which was present beside of the plant is called. Okay, so before this starting, okay, I told you some more name about the parenchyma tissue. And another name is also called as ground tissue or fundamental tissue. Okay, so these are some points that you already remember. Okay, one thing is that made up of similar type of cell, okay, so similar type of, they are isodiametral. Isodiametral means made up of similar cell, that the cell may be circular, oval, rectangular, etc. If suppose that the tissue is a group of cells, so if the structure of the cell is circular, then all the cells which was present in that simple permanent tissue all of them are circular. Okay, so these are some points. Come to the structure. The structure is very simple. We just focus on the structure. First thing, that the cell is isodiametral. So if the cell shape is circular, then all the cell shape is what? Circular. All the cell shape is what? Circular. Okay, clear? The second question, that is, they all are cell, so they are a living cell. So in the living cell, the condition of the living cell, it is all the cells having nucleus. All the cells having what? Nucleus. Later we will just label it, but first you see the diagram. It absorbs maximum food and water, so it contains large vacuole. In first chapter that you know about, that in plant cell large vacuole was present, so it can be easily absorb food and water. Okay, so this is the diagram of that parenchyma cell. Listen very carefully. Okay, now I'm going to label it. This is called as a nucleus. if nucleus is present, the cells was living. Okay, this is called as vacuole. If vacuole was present, so it helped to absorb maximum amount of food and water, and the space in the space liquid present, that is called as cytoplasm. So dense cytoplasm is present. The most important part, you see this, the gap, then there are so many gap which was present in between the two cells. That cell is called as intercellular space. Intercellular space. So in intercellular space it was present. Due to the presence of intercellular space, the cell wall, this is the cell wall of plant cell, was thin. Cell wall was thin due to the presence of intercellular space. So there are some points. I am going to write it points again and again. First point, all are living cell. All cells are living because it contain nucleus. Second point, okay, cells are easily to absorb. Cells are easily to absorb maximum food and water. So it having a large vacuole. Okay, large vacuole. Next, it having dense cytoplasm. Okay, due to the presence of intercellular space, cell wall is thick. Cell wall is thin. Okay, so these are some points. Okay, some more points are remaining, but we have to remember these all the points because all the points are so much important. Okay, so on this slide we are going to discuss some more points regarding to the parenchyma. The parenchyma, if parenchyma having air, if parenchyma having air, like in hydrilla, like in hydrilla, like in hydrilla, hydrilla, that is commonly called as jalkummi or water lily, hydrilla. Okay, then it was, then parenchyma, then it was called as parenchyma. Okay, this one is important. Which make plant to the water helium. Water helium is easily float on the surface. Okay, if chloroplast या chlorophyll was present, chlorophyll was present in parenchyma, then it was called chlorenchyma. Okay, so these are some points that chlorenchyma is important because sometimes the question is asking you whether that parenchyma are help in the process of photosynthesis. So the answer is yes, when chlorophyll was present inside it. Okay. So this is all about the parenchyma. Now come to the second part. If parenchyma is always in your mind, then the rest to that, parenchyma and sclerenchyma, there is no problem in that too. Okay, but first be focused on that too. The second one is collenchyma. Collenchyma. Colon. Colon means glue or gum. Okay. And enchyma means infusion or tissue. Infusion or tissue. Okay. Now get back to the diagram first. Okay. What are the diagram? What was the diagram? First you remember the diagram of that parenchyma. After that you go through the collenchyma. You see this. Okay, first thing is that it's a supportive permanent tissue. Okay, so it is a part of simple permanent tissue. The cells are isodiametral. It means the shape of the cells are similar. It means oval or oval, circular to circular. Okay, and all the things. Okay, second thing is that all the points are still they are living, so they contain nucleus. The red one that I will draw it, that one is nucleus. Okay, this one is nucleus. Okay, it also helped to absorb maximum amount of food and water, so it was having a large vacuole. It was having a large vacuole. The yellow that I will draw, that is one is vacuole. Later I will just label it, but first you clarify it. Okay, this is vacuole, and the space, the liquid is filled, that is called a cytoplasm. So the dense cytoplasm was also present inside it. One more important thing which was present over here, that is blue or gum. So intercellular space was absent due to the deposition of blue or gum. Here the white thing, the white layer or the white thing that I will draw on it, that is a blue or gum which was just present in the intercellular space. It was just present in the intercellular space. So intercellular space was filled by glue or gum. Okay, so I am going to just label it. Listen very carefully. This nucleus. So they are having a living cell. This one is vacuole. Okay, this one is vacuole. The liquid is called as cytoplasm. The liquid is called as cytoplasm. This is the white portion, is called as blue or gum. Okay, due to the presence of blue or gum, the cell wall become thick. Cell wall was thick due to the presence of blue or gum. So I am going to rewrite the points. Some points are there. Okay, some points are there. Cells are isodiametral. Cells are isodiametral. Okay, isodiametral, that you know, cell may be circular, oval, rectangular, or orbital. Okay, they contain nucleus. They contain nucleus. They contain nucleus. So nucleus. So they are living. They contain vacuole, so easily help to absorb food and water. They having dense cytoplasm. Okay, intercellular space was absent due to the deposition of glue or gum. Okay, due to the deposition of glue or gum, due to By the deposition of glue or gum, the cell wall become what? Thick. Okay. Due to the deposition of glue or gum, okay, cell wall was become thick. Okay, this one is the important point. It gave flexibility to the plant. Sometime in that heavy wind situation, you see that all the grasses which was present on the ground are just uh, just touch to the ground with the heavy wind. Okay, but later when sun was rise, then it will become straight. So the flexibility is there. So the flexibility of plant was given by this, that is pollen chyme. Okay, the main important point was this. Okay, it also helped in photosynthesis. It also helped in photosynthesis, so that the green pigment, that is chlorophyll, was present. Okay, this is the main important point is what? That is flexibility. Okay, and the last one that I'm going to tell you, that is third one, that is sclerenchyme. Sclerenchyme. First you just know the name is sclera. Sclera is equal to heart, and enchyma is equal to infusion or tissue. Okay, so first we know about the diagram. What the diagram is that? Okay, if the diagram is little bit difficult, okay, so first thing we always remember, be focus on diagram. Little bit difficult. Cells are isodiametral, the point is still same, but that is the hard. So you have to draw the diagram like this. Whatever the diagram I will draw it, you have to draw like this. The cell wall is hard due to the deposition of some lignin layer. This one is the sclerenchyme. Okay, now I'm going to level it. Listen very carefully. First thing, they are non-living because they do not contain nucleus. So points, we're going to write the points. They are non-living. They are non-living due to the absence of nucleus. Absence of nucleus.